welcome back to another off-grid tutorial. Can you cut a propeller from a plank of wood without any experience or power tools? Part 2. Here I'm using a chisel to tap a line all the way along the line we sawed down to in the previous video. I'm not trying to cut through the wood or anything, I am just slowly cutting a very shallow line across. If you hit too hard, you will risk splitting the wood. Sometimes you don't, sometimes you're lucky, but just take it slow and steady and there'll be less cleanup at the end. Okay, once you've gone all the way along one side, turn it over and start from the other side. Again, just a shallow groove. You will slowly make this thicker and deeper and so on until it should hopefully just split off and leave very little damage to the wood. And you will still have to clean it up a bit, but hopefully not too intensively. And if you do go straight through, like the first time, too hard, you'll end up splitting it in all sorts of places, and you can't do that if you're trying to do any sort of precision. As you can see, I've hit straight through now. I think I've done it a little bit early. I should have done a couple more passes to make it a little bit neater, but as this is only a test, I'll forgive myself this once. And this is what it looks like. As you can see, there is quite a lot of raggedy bits there, which if I'd taken it a bit slower and done a couple more passes, that wouldn't have happened. Okay, and this is both sides done completely. They are looking very bad at the moment, but this is where the magic of a draw knife comes in. After using my draw knife, this is the result. Very clean, crisp edges. There's still a few bits out of place, but it's nothing major because we'll be cutting it down to a thinner shape in a minute anyway. Okay, this is where I've now cut it down with the draw knife into an angle. As you can see, one side is thinner than the other. Now I'll be doing exactly the same on the other side, except a mirror image again. As you can see, the centre of the propeller is still rough, but that will be all sorted out closer towards the end. Okay, so we've drawn our lines on this. As I said, one side has to be thick while the other side is thin, and then mirror image on the other side. I actually figured out here that I made a mistake and drew the lines on the wrong side. Lucky I figured it out now. Okay, so I've changed it round, and this is where I start to use my draw knives. Now I have two of them, and they're very, very sharp, and I have no idea what I'm doing with them. So please do not copy my technique at all. I am just learning the feel of them, and then I will learn how to use them properly. You may notice that I keep turning around, and that is because my wife is in bed, and I'm trying my hardest not to wake her, and believe it or not, I didn't. case of cleaning it up now with the chisel, getting all the end closest to the centre of the propeller cleared up. I was extremely surprised by how therapeutic using a draw knife is. Now definitely don't copy how I'm using the chisel there. I have actually stabbed myself in the hand with a chisel, so you'd think I'd have learnt, but no. Right, just put in a hole in the centre a bit bigger, see how it was balanced, etc. In conclusion, I was very surprised how well the rotor worked. I tested it a few times and typically it was not windy for days. The day I was able to record the rotor turning, it was only gusty, so it would turn 5 to 10 times and then it would stop until the next gust. I thought I had taken more recordings of it spinning, but apparently not. Overall, I was very happy with the way it worked, as I didn't sand it and it wasn't correctly balanced. If I was to use this, I would sand it down and make sure it was balanced to the right degree. I would probably make a second one and have them crossed so it would spin more in less wind. This project took me about 2.5 hours and I found it quite a valuable lesson. I won't be using this for my wind turbine as I don't believe it functions efficiently enough though. So back to the drawing board for me. Stay tuned for more of the wind turbine series. Thanks for watching.